Hello! It's quite late today, but I wanted to play a game. But what am I guilty of? Who's accusing me and making me guilty? Hi, Axel. I'm guilty of taking your attention, but you don't take me to court over this, are you? You're not the one accusing me. Always guilty. Well, that's quite rude. I proved my innocence last time. I'm not sure if I'm innocent for Axel's accusations, but I'm not sure if I'm guilty either. I hope not. I can't control that. Hope you guys are having a nice night while I'm just chilling here, letting this visual novel autoplay. I've also played F2, this part, so let's... It's much better now. What's much better now? Hi, Coleslaw. You're not asleep yet? You not work tomorrow? You feeling better? Shall enjoy some Q while I get ready for bed. Nice. Q is going to continue to not read this text. And hopefully still remember all the answers for this one. Once we get through this case though, it'll be all new stuff for me, so that'll be great. It'll be great to go through and finally actually pay more attention to things. I guess the court has decided that you're gonna serve 3 evenings of community service, taking excursions together at Pokemon. Are you saying you want to play Scarlet and Violet instead of Black and White? Is that what we should do instead? Instead of Nuzlocking Black and White, we should play Scarlet Violet. I'll let you pick. Nah, I've been sick, I said. So I'm all over the place. Aw, I hope you feel better soon, Coleslaw. You can listen to me not read the story and not be guilty of anything. Unfortunately, I have to go to work early tomorrow. Ew. Ew, I hate early mornings. Hopefully you get to get off work earlier, though. That's the only time when it's a good thing to go into work early. But I'm not a morning person, so I hate it regardless. Oh, we could have figured you want to play it yourself since you haven't played it yet. I mean, I would hopefully not Nuzlocke it, but maybe because it's Violet's like open worldy, maybe it's hard to play it together. I don't know. End of the week at least. Yep, that's true. Tomorrow's Friday. Kyu guilty of violence against keyboards. You aren't wrong. You're not wrong. I'll have the emoji to prove it. So you're not wrong. Herlock Sholmes. Hey, what's up? I still was planning to stream Violet, so whenever I finish Legends, I'd probably be streaming Violet either way. He has some fancy instruments in this. Why would what? Herlock Sholmes is really funny. He's so obnoxious. He's funny, and I like him, and I hate him. All at the same time. He's a clever dweeb. Look at him spout all his nonsense. Sorry, his wise words. If you ever want a shiny with no need for grinding, I have some spares. Maybe I'll take a shiny Mimikyu if you have a spare that you're willing to spare me. But yeah, let me get through Legends first. I just don't have the brain to dodge Pokemon right now, so I'm here trying to get to Ep 3 so I can finally play content that I haven't played before. My goal for next year is to be better at finishing games when I stream them. Ugh, my head. It's throbbing. What's going on? Where's the autoplay button? Play. I can't move. Yo, man. When I wake up and I find myself in handcuffs, who did this? I just made myself innocent last case. What do you mean I'm handcuffed? No brain to dodge Pokemon, but plans on solving puzzles. Seems like a big brain move. If I did this case before, I hope I remember how to do it. If I remember how to solve these cases, then I'm not really solving them, right? Just shaking the old brain. My controller is running out of battery. How do I fix this? Where's my charger? Where's my charger? Why does it always happen when I'm streaming? You know you could happen when I'm not streaming. Stupid controller. Susato! What do you mean take his life? Well, I know exactly what you mean, but like... Waking up in handcuffs isn't always a bad thing. Cadris. Where's Kazuma? Kazuma! Save me! Kazuma! only play till the end of this section. I have to play myself if I dare to watch more Kyu streams. Does that mean after I finish this case, I can't play more until Axel finishes playing? Maybe I'll make you play Axel. So that you can stay ahead of me so you can watch me react. Actually, this devastated me so hard when I first tried to play it. Or when I was... Actually, this part I was watching. Before the localized... Like, way back when it was fan localized. And I was just like, how dare you kill my best friend so early and accuse me. A new low, especially for Phoenix Wright games. That's just so sad. Sniff. Abusive Q doesn't charge controller, blames controller. Is this another? Is this also under my guilty? Are you accusing me? Collecting all these accusations. Are you going to court? Look, he was just alive. Clip that or not, please don't. For real, big shock. My bestest friend, look at him. My bestest friend with the wind always blowing conveniently for him. Too late? Dangerous. How could you? I thought you were getting ready for bed, not being prepared to clip me all the time. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. Man, we're gonna be on this boat forever. It's just why. It's just why. Whoops. It's gonna just be me accidentally pressing buttons. I like how I just readily agree to being a stowaway for 50 days. We don't trust our friends. Keep your friends close, but don't trust them. It's such a lawyer thing to do. To say that, oh, they'll be guilty by association if they know even a little bit of this. Get in the wardrobe. Where's he keep all his clothes then if I'm in the wardrobe? First murder, now a stowaway. You sure you're not a criminal? I'm a stowaway and a murderer. Next, case 3 is gonna be serial killer. I shouldn't say such heavy things on stream, but like, seriously, the direction this game was going, I was like, wow, you're gonna just make me out worse and worse. Yeah, together! We were supposed to have fun together. You're telling me he died and I'm accused of killing him. I'm accused for m0rder. You just got away with murder on the technicality that someone else did it. That means I didn't do it. Wait, what am I even being dangerous? What? You be adding rules. Being accused of so much tonight. I did not expect to have such a punny name, and now I don't know if I regret it. Okay, let me ask questions that I know the answer to. He died? You're not just hiding him from me so I confess to my stowawayness? To be fair, you were a stowaway in the dead's cabin, so like, I don't know what other conclusions they would make unless they saw the killer. I guess. I guess. culprit can only have been someone inside this cabin. Locked room murder. That means it's me. Just by default, it's me. It's chilly tonight. You know his schedule so well. But I guess you're his assistant, so you kind of have to watch over him very well. Kyu, I don't know what's happening. Can you read it aloud for me? Do you want me to attempt to read this? If you really want me to. Thank you, Stream Elements. I was wondering why you're slow. Kyu, can you read your fanfics to me? I need to. Oh my god, Kyu is streaming. Okay, the issue with me reading this aloud is that I would only last about an hour. Like, I would read for about an hour and then my throat would just die. I won't be able to speak anymore. Which is why I'm making chat read it themselves. I'm sorry. Later on, I think, once we get into like court cases, maybe I'll alternate reading more of it. Or I'll do a favor for Coleslaw because he's not feeling well. As for reading my fanfics, wasn't I gonna read them with Salix? I need to schedule a day with her before the end of the year. And then I still need to write the one for my birthday stream, so don't worry. Don't worry, it'll be happening. Yeah, I'd stream Steins Gate if it wasn't a billion lines to read out loud. Yeah, I wish Phoenix Wright's games were, voiced. I for real thought you were gonna say because the story is sussy. It's okay because I didn't put my name into it, so therefore. And can you make sure to do different voices so we know when you start talking? We know how well that went when I played Mystery Dungeon. We know exactly how well that went. It's called It Didn't Go Well at All. Oh, I meant your normal fanfic you had me read at gunpoint. When did I ever hold your gunpoint? Hey, can you read to us the voices? Huh? Well, I'll bet Salix will want me to read more than one fanfic. I bet. It's been so long already, I'm just waiting for her to ask. I don't even have voices for these people, what the heck? And there was Kazuma-san collapsed on the floor. Without laughing now. My friend died, but I'm laughing. Look, she's sad. And the white tape there maybe it's too late for me to read. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. We'll see how long this lasts. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me too. Trust me. Kyu's her heart. Oh, Axel. Don't worry, Axel. When Maru gives me, when Almost gives me the new emotes, I'm gonna have follower ones, and then you two can Kyu's your heart. Because I need to shuffle them around, otherwise I can't fit any. Now that I've told you Huh? Now I've told you everything that I know. So it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Why are you even on board this ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? If only I wasn't saving for anima myself too. I look forward to seeing them. Look forward to using them. Just spamming you with them. Yeah. Anime emos are so fun now. Oh yes, I'm afraid that's true. It's been 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? No. That would be impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go England together. Angry face. He actually asked you? But why? She obviously doesn't think very much of me. I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go through such extreme lengths just to smuggle me to England with you? Sir, you could have just bought a ticket, can't you? Are we poor students? His theme music! His theme music! Why did we kill him off in case 2? What do you mean there's a whole nother game without him? This game has so much cool music. I know, right? But we won't hear his theme music anymore unless we're just gonna keep flashbacking him. It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. The one where you didn't do crap? I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer myself. What was I studying? Music? Well, yes, you did say that. But I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it. Good? Reading! I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming... Oh my god. But I never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Is this what you want at Coleslaw? My A+ reading skills. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development. The center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Dude, this guy. Well, no. Definitely not. Must smuggle my boyfriend to England, I swear to god, that's what this was. That's exactly what this was. Oh, you're doing so well, Kyu. Thank you. Thank you. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then... Then what? Nothing. Forget it. Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing, that he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do it with you. Yeah, maybe. Something's still bothering me. Look at his eyes then. It was darker than I've ever seen it before. I don't think I'm a good reader. Susato-san? I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me. To avoid me becoming guilty by association. But that's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. She knows so well. If you're not the culprit, then tell me, what happened last night here in this cabin? Well, thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yeah. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed? Well, yes. As much as I hate to admit it, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable. Really, I do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please, forget it. Susato-san, you have to tell me! I didn't... Wait, what? You have to believe me, I didn't do it! I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else who could possibly done this. Ugh. Please let me go free! Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? Urgh! I can't take this! Don't try and go anywhere! You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I cannot allow that to happen. I'm sorry. Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around? My hands tied? While whoever did this walks free? No! I cannot allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened. I'm gonna work out who took Kazuma's life, and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Hiya! How dare she throw me? What the? That was a Susato takedown. Susato what? What martial art form is that? We'll get rich. Hey, I'm in handcuffs. I'm handicapped. I'm handicapped. I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry? Prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Have you already forgotten? What you achieved just a few weeks ago. That was only a few weeks ago? Man, we have no break. You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. I see that. Yeah, that happened. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I see. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime. It's called literally the only other evidence I have other than my pen. Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? I swear these people are stupid. Oh yes, it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. How would I know that? How would I know that? I always feel the need to shove my pin/badge in everyone's face. That is a thing, isn't it? You shove it in everyone's face and have everyone react to it. And then in court you do it and get deducted points for it, but it's really funny. Because they're like so fed up with you doing it. They should make an achievement to do it to everybody. just in case this captain steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. How the heck would I know that? I didn't see. I can't see. Ah! No, whatever. Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on outside of the doors on my own. Sure, someone like Detective Conan could tell you that there was a way, but you know. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. How dare you falsely accuse me again? Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I like how I just stay here. I'm like, here now. Can't move. Stuck here. I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think you could perhaps help me up? You tossed me? Well, in light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here, at least. Thank you! So you'll finally believe me? I'm sorry, no. What? I'm not sure yet. That's fair. Because you were also close to him. Even if it feels like I should be his boyfriend. I cannot rule out the possibility that you use some sort of conjuring trick to put side back into position. Aren't you a lawyer's assistant? What does she think I am, a magician? For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. Fair enough. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Right. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything that I can. Kazuma, I swear. I will avenge your death. Well, let's investigate. Okay, let's see. Did all the conversing. Let's examine. The examining, I'm gonna have it speak for itself because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. My roast chicken. It was a very delicious roast chicken. Yes, yes. I did not eat it on the floor. Susato-san, you're crazy. The wish makes a question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. I find myself so focused. I turn. Yeah. Show me gameplay mechanics. Yeah. Can you guys hear me typing? Did I do my mic filters right so that I can like... I don't know if you can hear it. Me debating things about how I'm gonna do the keyboard stream next year. But I don't think I'll do it until I have a different... So... Seigi. Japanese word for justice. Brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Beautiful calligraphy is beautiful. Okay. Hey, sir. What if I want this sword? That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yeah, he was always saying that Japanese man katana was his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on his trip. Yeah, why would you bring a weapon to another country? Well, actually, that lady had a gun in a previous trial. Was the gun from England? Was it? Did she bring it here from England? Or did she bring it from like somewhere else? We don't know. We don't know. I'll talk to the guy later. Hey. Oh. You don't want to look at the stuff on the floor? Okay, sure, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, man. Maybe you don't know him as well as you thought. Maybe he has a cute little charm. You never know. Let's look at these rules. These are the rules of passage for travel abroad. I can't read that fast. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Why are you staring at me like that? I'm not a pet, okay? Just because I eat the chicken bone. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I'm neither. I'm human. Human. I'm a human. Leading a band of cuties. I said nothing. Someone just took the shelf and went phew, knocked it all over. A kid. Because that's what kids do. They knock things over. Except I'm not a kid, nor a dog. I'm an adult human. Oh, telling me to pay attention to things. Telling me to pay much attention. We'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. Sure. Okay, so there's that. There's that dead body. Dead body that is no longer here. Okay, do not investigate the lack of a dead body. Sure, why not? Look at this chest. It is where I fit. It is how I fit onto this boat. carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how it's stowed away on his vessel. So did Kazuma not bring anything else? He's just like, I have one luggage. It's this. As in, like, this man. That's it. No oh, and my sword. That's all I need. My sword. And this man. Who's actually in his luggage. Oh dear. Being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it's less painful than a Susato takedown. Dude, there's a knocked over ink bottle. Why can't I click on it? Go this way. Can I click on it now? This? Take Kazuma? Oh, okay. You have to look at the writing. That I can't read. But he is Nihongo. Wait, what the heck? Nihongo means Japanese language. Nihonjin. No, duh, it's not Japanese. I'm Japanese. Why can't I read that? Well, it's not English, I can tell you that. This is where dear Kazuma would have sat whenever he was ready. You sound kind of creepy right now. London Diary. Poor Kazuma, he didn't even make it to his destination. Don't make me depressed about Kazuma now. It looks as though his last entry is incomplete. Which means... What? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Hey-ha! Yo, 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 yo. That is out of the question. What? Kazuma-sama might have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. Lady, there's a thing called evidence and me being accused of murder. That we need to clear up here. So you need to let me read his diary. As his, like, bestest friend in the whole wide world. Yeah, the need for clues is way more important. I don't know what she's doing. Bell thing. This is... yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Wow, it sounds so convenient just to ring a bell to summon servants. What do you mean, contraption? It's very complicated, Coleslaw. You have to pull the cord to ring the bell. What? The bell rang. I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. No, I'm sure that everyone's just busy, is all. She just really wanted servants to come. Too dumb, can't read. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear so. You're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. Obviously, I don't know how ventilators work. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in the seas when the seas are rough, or something like that? Bruh, I have no idea, don't ask me. My voice is getting to— what the frickin' heck? Hello, friend. Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Oh, how did he is a good way to put it. You noticed the man too? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. m0rder-san, don't tell me. You don't know who that is? Well, no, I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. Doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And is he investigating Kazuma's desk or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we must simply talk with him. Am I just imagining it, or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case... Are you gonna tell me? Okay, yeah, you're gonna tell me how to do things. Thank you. Yes, let me do the game thing and talk to him. Chill out. You can do it. We can do it. It's easy. You just go like this. You examine, and then you go to him, and you go talk. I need a voice for him. Excuse me. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shush! This is a critical point in my investigation. I cannot do accents. This is gonna go horribly. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. My voice is starting to die. Greetings! I hope I haven't kept you long. What exactly were you doing on Kazuma's desk just now? You ... Just ... You do that. Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Oh yes, everything is clear now. What is this accent? What does a UK accent sound like? The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You... have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot how ridiculous he is. Sorry? What? And now, whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least. But how? He said the tone of too dumb, can't understand. How did I deduce that part, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. I love Herlock's themes. Herlock is so ridiculous. I'm torn between wanting to slap him and laugh at him. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madame. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and you now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. What? And when the bare-bone occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. I'm Japanese, right? Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Same. Just to be clear, you're talking about me, aren't you? Certainly I am. His hand gestures are also completely ridiculous. Like, what is this? Do you see another in his cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassination with 16 victims to his name? I don't even see one person who fits the bill. Technically, the crew people are Russian. So, like... So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama. What? And you're plotting revolution, too. Shameful behavior, m0rder-san. Absolutely wicked. No, listen, there's no way that... Ow. Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. I am upside down again. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. As for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came to your head. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing toward foreign climes, do you find yourself in more troubling predicament, do you not? I can't English. Well, yes, maybe. Ha! There you have it. You see? What do you make of that, Well, to be honest, the ship is en route to England, and I'm handcuffed in the scene of a murder. So I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more like plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basics of all deduction. Thank you, genius. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I've announced my findings with a brassy certitude. I need a different voice for him. This is not a British accent. And more often than not, I'm right. Then again, I can't do Russian either, so like, what's the point? I don't think you introduced yourself. Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable... The inimitable Sherlock Holmes. Don't you love copyright? So, it's really you, the actual Sherlock Holmes? The same. This is a tongue twister. The inimitable actual Sherlock Holmes. It's a tongue twister, I'm convinced. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world? Naruto-san! Of course I do! There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. Except me, apparently. Because I'm stupid. What planet have I been living on then? We must ask him what he's deduced. You have worked on the entire case already, I'm sure. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? Oops. No, talk to him. Great detective. So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, I'm none other than one and only Sherlock Holmes. Oh, I see. You are German? Hairlock, was it? No, I have no hair. I mean, I have hair. Please, call me Holmes. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes! Graham's magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I've sent from England especially. Ah yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So, you're the protagonist in the series of short stories, is it? Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories, you've started to think you really are a detective. Make no mistake, I am not the poor deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest deducting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? Oh, I can't wait to meet Wilson. I haven't met Wilson. I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fanatically busy as of late. Why, this very moment, I'm returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Really, I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is to me a science, logical reasoning in its purest form. A science? Really? The astute observer knows that even the most subtle reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, twitch of the muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. This sounds like Apollo's skill. Fingernails, leaves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Data? Maybe they say data. And a trained logician makes these deductions from this data in a blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can he look me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have a turn for both observation and deduction of this fame, and that's what makes me the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Great. This is great. This is going great. We're doing this. This is great. Have you managed to deduce anything else about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything? My dear fellow! Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right! It was none other than great detective before you now, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him. I become anxious about Kazuma-sama's death. I summon all the... I can't read that fast. And I conceal myself among the number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Sherlock Holmes was on board. Oh my god, how many times have I said his name already? I'm so tired of saying his name. And the handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruto-san. Erg! The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh really? Two facts, you say? Two facts. My voice. Mr. Holmes, tell us, please. What two facts were apparent to you when we came to the cabin this morning? Ah, yes. But first, let us be precise. Oops. Let's be precise. Two facts we have in question were immediately apparent to me. Oh, what a genius. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate. Are these words, he says? The two facts I have deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number one, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of question. Number two, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. What? Say that again? Hold on, Mr. Holmes. What makes you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. Blah, blah, blah. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left the dying message in Russian? In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. Kazuma was Russian, was he? Was he now? Initially, I considered to be the name of the killer. A certain Robert Garden, perhaps. But in interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe. There at least. Where you found Mr. Naruto-san sleeping soundly. Did they say switch to Mr. because we're talking to an Englishman? Quite so, I found you! The renowned Russian revolutionary killer. This guy, I swear to God. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you're wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. Astute. And if my memory serves, that outfit is a traditional dress of the Russian people. This guy is ridiculous. Our school uniforms are this traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea. Lady. And I had no idea that a detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze for possible hidden details. this? This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Are you showing me this? Yeah, he was already taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. Well, I hope you don't see. No, not whoever that is. He is my BFF. He died too soon. He did! Him with the wind behind his back. Are you alright, Mr. Naruto? No, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that. Ah, yes. The train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Do you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, you think? Ugh. Certainly, if it interests you. I forgot they have other languages in this game I can't read. How many times? I'm not Russian and I don't speak Russian. Same. I'm gonna finish reading these and then stop. Can we talk about your deduction before? The thing you concluded about me, I mean. Ah. Now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in? Actually, it was the other details I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless revolutionary, Russian revolutionary, and the assassin of 16 part? Ah yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Huh? Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, can you read out my last name? Vlucht? Help. Vlucht? Vlucht. I'm glad your last name is not your first name. Vluk, looked, look, look, like look, look. Sorry, I was scared. Maybe I'll humor you, but like, this is why I don't read names anymore. How dare thee? Hey, look, this looks exactly like me. Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia from via Shanghai. This vessel made a port call in Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered. When was Kazuma Russian? Sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded he was Russian because of what Kazuma-sama wrote on the floor. She is switching between, like, honoraries and, like, Mr. and Mrs. depending on who she's talking to. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of the crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped him escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you. Villain Bolshevik. No. How could it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Look at his face. Yeah, look, my hair has highlights. Well, you're a fearsome revolutionary after all. Everyone just out here thinking I can do magic. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. I wish magic great like that was like regularly available. And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower. Ah, yes. The journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far and those he's plotting. How did you... Wait. When the journalist, like, interviewed the man, he didn't, like, stop him? You ever wonder... Yes, everything about the revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder? What about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where is it even, anyways? This Afghanistan place. Here, take the paper for yourself, as a little memento of this great deduction. Thank you? I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within these pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. Sure. I love evidence. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. On the back? Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you. Though you may need someone to interpret. He's not gonna read it to me? The disgrace. It's all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt to just glance at the article. Then maybe there's a picture or two. Now let's look over real quick. Hey, look. This is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Well, no. I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. You can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, nor can I, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, don't you think? She's very pretty. Read it aloud in Russian. Yeah, I could totally read this Russian coleslaw. It will go about as well as this reading, all this other reading is going. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. She's very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Ah, I'm glad you've noticed this article. Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. Pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novavik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Why are Russians' names so hard to remember? Forget that. How are they so hard to say? It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room, wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea. But I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money. Susato's eyes are shining like the diamonds themselves. The tiara is property of the Novavik Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yeah, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavola and the valuable tiara. They've requested international assistance from at all parts within sailings to Great Britain. With sailings. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruto. Thank you for this article. Thank you. Okay, let's see what he was just investigating. Except let's autoplay this. My voice is tired. I'm gonna pour some water. Tired. Voice, please. Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. Yeah, we looked at it. It has a diary that I wasn't allowed to read. London Diary. The London Diary. I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. Oh, okay, well. You mean you read it already? It's my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what such a takedown is. And then she just stares at him. Sato-san, aren't you gonna threat a detective with one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, m0rder-san. What on earth do you mean? Life is so unfair. I was trying to do... Anyways, to return to the matter at hand, namely the diary belonging to the victim, it would appear that final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what's the nature of the writing? Pray be precise with the details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese? Smattering, young boy, a smattering! Sayonara bonsai, Mikado. Nando nando. I'm sure his Japanese is so amazing. But this diary is littered with complicated looking characters of which I can read precisely none. So what's showing off about that? You would be so kind as to show me. I'd be happy to read it for you, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, you'll read it for him, but no. Okay, fine. Much obliged, my dear madam. The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I feel he can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. Second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks to be some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator griddle. Speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. The ventilator griddle, you say? The man was presumably referring to... the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Oh, genius. Yes, the adjoining cabin. Thank you. So I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least. Do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe. And if I'm still too long, the seasickness told. Is that how you get rid of seasickness? You keep moving? Oh, I suppose... you're thinking of investigating the cabin next door? Which the ventilator connects to? Great, detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exhalation. Can you speak English? So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we could go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Yeah, you should do that. Oh, please. I like how I just periodically forget that my hands are bound together. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter, no? There's no trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was a culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago. Dear me, you're clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really. So what, were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. I hate this guy. And now he is just being plain rude. Goodbye, sir. And off he goes, having just laughed in my face, since the humor has twisted his name. m0rder-san, what are you just standing there for? Huh? We must go investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? Hi! I like how her solution is to throw me. Mr. Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue. Are you willing to give it up? You're just gonna roll up over and accept your fate? If you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. I think we still have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Good idea! Situation doesn't look good for me, but there's still some things I could do to help myself. And I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this. And bring the real culprit to justice. But we shall do so next time, because Coleslaw made me read and my voice is now dying. But also because it's coming on midnight and I have work tomorrow. But thanks for watching. Rip Q voice. Q has a weak voice. What? Q has a weak voice. Maybe someday I'll be stronger. How dare you blame me, Lo? Thanks for the late company, pals. Thank you for keeping me company. I'm looking forward to free run tomorrow. Good night, everybody. I'm guilty of m0rder again. Hopefully not next time. Whatever, I'm going to bed too. I'm gonna take this. I'll see you tomorrow, Coleslaw. Just kidding. Rest well. Hope you get better soon. Guilty. Caters, weren't you going to bed? I thought you had early work tomorrow too. Caters, go to bed. Good night. Maybe I'll stop streaming so Caters can go to sleep. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm not guilty of anything.